Yeah, absolutely. Well, one verdict after the other. Today, the Supreme Court is also going to be taking the loan moratorium issue. And here's what's going to happen. Here's what the centre has told the Supreme Court. They're saying let the centre, RBI, as well as Bankers Association sit together. Class of borrowers needs to be identified. Loan moratorium is extendable by 2 years. Need to identify the stressed accounts to decide on the relief. The GDP figures as well, the fact that it came in lower by 23% and other aspects also need to be looked at. So this is what the centre's stance is to the Supreme Court. And this also, Nikunj, is acting as a bit of an overhang when it comes to the financials like you were talking.
Aisha, I guess the moratorium in a sense has been this hanging sword which has really pushed back some of the financials, and the general view is that the moratorium number, and frankly you look at all the banks have a very different classification in which the moratorium has been followed. There are banks who are saying their moratorium number is less than 20, less than 10. There are banks which are indicating that based on their assessment or based on their assessment, their number is closer to 15 or even 20%, 18-19% in some cases. So clarity on the moratorium issue, I guess, needs to be done. This decision would be given in Supreme Court, but bankers, the financial experts, people, from Deepak Parekh to Uday Kotak, they've already gone on record and they've said that moratorium should not be extended. And the reason why moratorium should not be extended is because it is important to normalize the banking sector. It is important that everybody gets a clear sense of where the credit market is moving, because if you extend the moratorium window now, what will happen is, yes, of course, it's going to ease off the burden for borrowers, and the cash flow in the economy is not improved. But life has to normalize, Aisha. Life has to become normal. Life has to come back to the original curve. By extending moratorium window, you're simply kicking the can down the road. You are making banks will not be able to come up with a clear verdict as to what will happen. And the entire moratorium is just going to create not suspense but uncertainty, and it's going to just delay a lot of normalization for A, borrowers, B, lenders, C, investors, and third, economists.